Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. This is Priya Venkatraman from Pon Vidyashram School. Now, what is the leading issue in the world? Yes, it is COVID-19. What is COVID-19? It is an infectious disease caused by a virus called novel coronavirus. Is it possible to see the virus with our naked eye? No, absolutely not. We have a threat that it will spread through the infected person's saliva or by their touch and so on. So it is an invisible enemy for us. Before starting this session, let us all salute our doctors, nurses and frontline workers. They are at high risk while doing their duty, even though they work for us by sacrificing their own life. Now you might have understood the topic which we are going to discuss about. Yes, it is about microorganisms. Microorganisms, friend and foe. It is really going to be an interesting topic in biology. Can we say the ant is a microorganism because it is very tiny? Of course, the ant is too tiny, but we can see the ant with our naked eye. So it is not a microorganism. So, the living organisms which cannot be seen with our naked eye and can be seen only with the help of a microscope are known as microorganisms. In other words, microorganisms are microscopic in nature. Do all the microorganisms are microscopic like novel coronavirus? No. Few microorganisms are microscopic and few are macroscopic in nature. That is, we can see with our naked eye. Microorganisms are unicellular organisms. They contain only one cell or they are made up of a single cell. Then, how do they survive with a single cell? They carry out all the life-sustaining processes like respiration, excretion, digestion, etc. with the help of a single cell. Now the question will arise in your mind, what is the life-sustaining processes? The processes such as respiration, excretion, digestion, etc. if it is not carried out properly, living beings cannot survive. For example, without respiration, we cannot survive. Without excretion, the unwanted things will be liberated from our body. This is excretion. If there is no excretion, what will happen? All the contaminated things will remain in the body and we cannot survive. If the digestion will not occur properly, what will happen? We will not get energy for our work. So, without this process, if we cannot lead our life, that is considered as life-sustaining processes. Now, one more question also will arise in your mind. What about reproduction? Reproduction is also important. It's also a process, but it's not considered as a life-sustaining process. Why? Because without reproduction also organisms can survive. I think you got a clear idea about unicellular organisms. Clear? Unicellular organisms, they are made up of a single cell and all the life-sustaining activities, everything will be carried out with the help of the single cell. Okay, now the question will arise in your mind. What about human beings? Are they made up of a single cell? Absolutely not. Human beings are examples for multicellular organisms. Let me explain in brief. When you want to build a house, which will be the basic unit of the house? Of course, bricks are the basic unit of our house. In the same way, our body is also made up of many cells. What are cells? Cells are the basic structural and functional unit of life. In short, you can say cells are the basic unit of life. Cells combine together to form tissues. Same group of cells will combine together to form tissues. Tissues combine together to form organs. Organ combine together to form organ system. Organ system combine together to form organisms. This you have learnt in your lower classes. We have different organs to perform different activities. Name the organ which is used for respiration. You have learnt in your last year. What is that? Lungs. Lungs play a vital role in the respiration process, but other parts that like nose, pharynx, bronchi and trachea also involves, but lungs play a vital role. We have an excretory organ. What is that? Kidney. Yes, we have a pair of kidneys present in our body. This is considered as our excretory organ. Not only kidney, ureter, urethra, urinary bladder, all combine together to perform the activity or perform the process excretion. Now you got some idea about organs, right? Organ system. Next one is organ system. Organ system is nothing but a group of organs that work together, or various organs with closely related functions combined to form organ system. Clear? So human beings fall on the category of multicellular organism. So, microbes are examples of unicellular organism and human beings are examples of multicellular organisms. Can we say that all the microbes are microscopic in nature? No. Few microbes are like algae, mushroom or multicellular organisms. We can see them with our naked eyes. Clear? Next, habitats of microbes. Where do these organisms survive? Everywhere around us, that is in air, in water, in soil, inside the human body. Are they present in animals' body? Yes, they are present in animals' body. Can anyone say an example for this? Last year you have learnt. Yes, cellulose digesting bacteria are present in ruminants' stomach. Okay, we have learnt under symbiotic relationship. Do you remember, children? Yes, what do you mean by symbiotic relationship? Both the organisms will get the benefits. Here, the cellulose digesting bacteria will get the shelter and nutrients from the ruminant stomach, and the ruminants will get the benefit to digest cellulose. In this way, both the organisms get the benefits. This is known as symbiotic relationship. Okay. They can survive in all environment like desert, marshy lands, bottom of the sea, polar regions. You know, there is no single space on this earth that where you do not find bacteria. The word micros is derived from a Greek word which means very small, and organisms means living beings. Now the question will arise in your mind, who discovered these microbes? The first scientist to describe microbes was Antony van Leeuwenhoek. He is known as the father of microbiology. The science which deals with the study of microorganisms are called microbiology. The scientists who study microorganisms are called microbiologists. Antony observed living cells with the help of a microscope. What do you mean by microscope? Microscope is an instrument which is used to observe small objects by forming their magnified images. This is the structure of a compound microscope. It has a bottom portion which is known as the base, and it has a stage with clips on which the slide with the specimen will be kept, and it contains two lenses. Okay, you can see the eyepiece here. It contains one lens. In this portion our eye will be kept near this and we can visualize the specimen. And one more is the objective, that is near the stage. One lens will be kept. These are the basic arrangements or basic parts of a microscope. Okay, now we need to prepare the specimen. Now you will have the doubt, what do you mean by a specimen? Specimen is nothing but the object which you are going to visualize is considered as a specimen. For example, if you want to observe the stomata of a leaf, okay, that is considered as the specimen. That is a piece of leaf is considered as the specimen. If you want to observe onion peel or cheek cell, whatever it is, okay, that is which object you are going to visualize is considered as the specimen. Okay, before visualizing the object, we need to do some arrangements. First, we have to take one rectangular glass piece, okay, which is considered as the slide. On the slide, we have to keep the specimen. Then, this arrangement should be covered with a cover slip, which is cover slip also a small rectangular piece of glass which can be made up of either glass or plastic, doesn't matter. Okay, now the arrangement is ready. What is the arrangement? You have to take one rectangular glass piece which is known as the slide, and on the slide you have to keep the specimen. Okay, and this process is known as mounting. What do you mean by mounting? The process of keeping the specimen on the slide is known as mounting. Okay, we have dry mounting, we have wet mounting. Dry mounting means without, it does not require any water. Wet mounting means we need to add a drop of water. Okay, and finally you have to cover the specimen with the help of the cover slip. Now the arrangement is ready, the slide to be kept on the stage which is in the microscope. Now you have to adjust the lenses and the magnified objects will be visualized through the eyepiece. Okay, this is the working of a microscope. Clear? Microorganisms are friend and foe. From the topic itself, you can get a clear idea about microorganisms. They are doing many good things to us and they do some harmful things to us. You know what a friend is. Microorganisms are also useful to us in many ways. To prepare bakery items, to prepare antibiotics, to prepare vaccines, to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. They play a vital role in our day-to-day activities like curdling of milk and in digestion process. So they are considered as our friends. They cause some diseases in humans, animals, and even in plants. They can even spoil food. These are considered as harmful microbes. That is why we got the title Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. We will learn about the useful and harmful microbes in the next videos. Children, we can prove that microorganisms are everywhere or present everywhere in the soil, in the water. This is a known fact. We can prove this fact with one small activity, but you need a microscope to perform this activity. Just let me explain in brief. That's it. Collect some water in a beaker from a pond or stagnant pool. Take a few drops of water and spread them on a glass side. Put a cover slip on the water drops and examine under the microscope. What you will observe? You observe a large number of minute organisms moving or floating in the water. The same activity can be done with the help of some soil. Collect some moist soil from the field in a beaker. Add some water to it and mix it well. After soil gets settled down, take out water with the help of a dropper. Take a drop of water on a slide and observe under a microscope. Pond water and soil contain a large number of microorganisms. Hence, it is proved that microorganisms are present everywhere. Clear?